Hello, my name is Lemois and welcome to the first episode of my brand new series on a hardcore. I've always been very fascinated by the various RuneScape loot series that have been created throughout the years. Going from a friend's loot series when I was still a kid to Mr. No Sleep's amazing loot series nowadays and various other innovative loot series such as Fenneca's. Now, by no means am I going to copy any of these great series, especially because my playstyle is completely different. I've recently completely fallen in love with the high-risk hardcore Ironman playstyle in my other series, Spiderphobia. And ever since I was a kid, I've always been fascinated by the completely unpredictable dangers in the wilderness. And therefore the concept of this series will be simple. A loot series in which I kill everything in the wilderness on a hardcore Ironman. For the first episode, we are going to one of the most dangerous and most iconic places in the wilderness, the Revenant Caves. So now it's time to make some progress on this brand new hardcore Ironman and get to the Revenants as fast as possible. And that's a free bond, such a generous guy helping new players in Lumbridge. And straight to LMS we go. So the reason why I go straight to LMS is not only for the blighted food and restores, but most importantly because it's the best money maker on an Ironman. And to progress this account as fast as possible, I'm gonna need a lot of money. Alright, so a small problem. Apparently the only active LMS world right now is an Aussie world. And as you can see top right, I have more than 300 ping, which I'm not used to, so this is not gonna be fun. So since my commentary isn't exactly suitable for YouTube in these clips, I just want to say that I enjoyed my time on the Australian servers very much, because I love it when my clicks register on different ticks, and therefore I just want to say thank you Jagex for this wonderful opportunity. Alright, this one should be in the bag and then I'm finally done. Thank God. And that was probably the worst 2 hours of my life on RuneScape. I just got slapped 6 times in a row, and luckily I got used to the ping after a while and then won 6 times in a row, but I'm so glad that it's done. And now it's time to spend these incredibly hard turn points. Oh my god, I completely forgot.
Stupid!
Alright, so in case you don't know what happened there, Jagex made it so you can only spend LMS points after 48 hours of in-game time. So what I'm gonna do is try to get his account ready for Revenants in the remaining 46 hours. So what I'm gonna do in the next 46 hours is follow Osiris' efficient Ironman guides and give it my own twist for my specific goals. And then every 10 hours or so, or whenever something interesting happens, I'll give a small update on the account progress. So in case you're wondering where my RSN Ogress phobia comes from, well, the original plan for this video was to make a video on loot video on a hardcore Ironman that I already had. The progress on the hardcore was actually going great. I even got a Tome of Fire and I was getting very close to actually going to Vedion. Until I decided that it was a good idea to AFK at Ogresses. So as a reminder to all hardcore Ironmen out there, do not go AFK, and if you do want to risk it, at least make sure you have Ring of Life equipped. Alright, and here we are, 12 hours later. I've done a bit of questing, some skilling, and I'm now finally ready to go to Wintertot for a bit of GP and some nice supplies. And that's 80 KC and 76 fire making, so I'm gonna call it here and let's see if you got anything decent. Alright, so I have 80 crates to open. I mainly want the GP from it and the low level supplies, but I wouldn't mind the Tome of Fire, so let's see if we can get lucky. Ooh, magic locks, that's actually an awesome drop. This means that if I do wilderness boss in the future which requires ancients, I can do DT without having to get the 75 woodkin requirement for magic locks, so that's awesome. And those are the final crates, so let's have a look at the loot tab. And there is the loot from 80 crates. I'm super happy with the GP and also the magic locks of course. And now it's time for some questing. Alright, and that's gonna be the Lost Tribe completed, which is a pretty big one because it gives me a bone crossbow, bone bolts, and most importantly a Ring of Life. And if I had a Ring of Life on the hardcore that died to Ogresses, it would still be alive, so this is a pretty big item for a hardcore Ironman. Alright, and the next step of the plan is to unlock Canvas and then run circles for 10 hours. Woohoo! So 251 years, laps later, there's 50 agility, and later on you'll see why I got a specific level, but first I'm gonna spend some money and use up all of these marks of grace. And there we go, that's 8k bone bolts and a bone crossbow, and that should be more than enough to make this loot video. So the plan with these marks of grace is to buy items that won't be occupied by my range armor, so that's boots, that's a cape, and that's a hood. Beautiful. And now it's time to do some more training and get ready for combat. And that's 35 range, and that's 35 mage, so I'm now 35 mage, 35 range and 35 hit points, and these are the stats that I will go to Revenants with. And now I'm gonna quickly use these beads that I got along the way. And that's the catcher completed for my best in slot amulet, the Amulet of Accuracy. Beautiful. And that's the feud quest completed. And there is 50 thieving, which is the final level before the Revenant grind begins, so you're almost there. So you may have been wondering why I got 50 thieving and 50 agility. And the reason why is to unlock this shop in Rogue's Den. And the reason why this shop is so interesting is because it will allow me to get all of the GP that I need for now. So basically this shop buys items for the high old price. And a good item that I have access to are rune arrows from LMS. And if I sell 10 rune arrows at a time to this shop, I get around 200 GP for each arrow. So with the 3000 rune arrows that I can buy from LMS, I should get around 600k GP. There we go, just about 600k cash, which is more than enough to buy everything I need. Just going for a casual run to Mage Bank because I have some shopping to do. And there we go, that's 600 lore runes for teleports of course, some cosmics in case I need to enchant something, and then nature runes for high ox in the future. 50 hours of preparation later, we are now finally ready. The gear is screaming hello I'm an Ironman, please kill me, so we'll see how that works out. Stats wise, 35 range, 35 mage and a combat level of 27. I honestly have no clue if it's even gonna be doable with these stats, but there's only one way to find out. So before I enter the caves that may very well be the end of my hardcore Ironman status, there are a couple of things to discuss. So given my low combat level, chances are that not too many PKers there will be able to attack me. But PK accounts such as debowers, G-maulers and low-level TB accounts will be extremely dangerous. But also the Revenants themselves will be quite tough, especially as long as I don't have the Bracelet of Ethereum. And therefore the plan will be to alternate between the Revenant Imp and the Revenant Goblin, to hopefully get the bracelet as fast as possible. Another thing worth noting is that I will be sculling when I kill these Revenants, as this gives me a significant better drop rate to get one of the very rare uniques. And with this all being said, let's hope we can get lucky, and most importantly, let's hope we can get out of these caves with a red symbol next to our name. It actually feels a bit wrong to be here on a level 27 hardcore Ironman, and I'm kinda scared but mostly excited because I know I'm gonna enjoy this a lot. I'm actually a moron because I've been killing these unskulled,
Stupid!
even though I just explained that being skulled gives you a much better drop rate for the uniques. So let's go get a skull. And there we go. And now it's time to get a crossbow. Oh shit, a looting bag. Okay. I don't need this just yet because without a bracelet I'm using so much food, which means I always have inventory space, but once I get the bracelet, this is gonna be awesome. Alright, and that's the first trip done, and so far no PKers yet, and loot wise 1 super restore and 3 battle staves, which is pretty sad to be honest. But hey, we're only 40 kills in, so I'm sure the best is yet to come. Oh shit, a rune play body, hell yeah. It actually feels so awesome to get these kind of drops on such a low level hardcore Ironman especially, I love it. Okay, I actually panicked right there, those were the first PKers I saw, so that scared me for a second. Not gonna lie though, I really wanna get this Bracelet of Ethereum ASAP because right now I'm getting hit so much, which means I'm never at full HP, and that just makes me feel super uncomfortable. And there is 40 range, and that means that I can now go get some upgrades to look a little bit less like a noob. Alright, so to get my upgrades I need 32 quest points, so what I'm gonna do is go help Romeo real quick and then we should be good. Alright, and that's Romeo sorted out, which puts me at exactly 32 quest points, and that means I can now enter the Champions Guild to get my upgrades. Hello gentlemen, what's going on? Doing a bit of cheeky trading? They're gonna log out, watch. Yep. And there we go, that's Green Heights unlocked. And that's the Anti-Dragon Shield unlocked, which means people can't just one-hit me with the Dragonfire Bolt spec, so that's awesome. And with those upgrades unlocked, I'm now ready to go back to the Revenants. Holy shit, that scared me for a second. You know, part of the reason why I always insta-tally when someone comes running at me is because I don't want to give them the time to look me up and realize that I'm a hardcore Ironman. Because if they do realize, then they might start hunting me on their low level accounts, because that's exactly what I would do. Oh my god. It's beautiful, look at it. Oh fuck yeah. No one has ever been this excited about the Bracelet of Ethereum. Probably because no one is stupid enough to go here on a low level hardcore Ironman. But hey, this means that I will basically take no damage anymore. Another trip done, and of course I got another bracelet like 5 kills later after going dry for 400 or whatever it was. But now it's time to grab a looting bag, do some long trips and hopefully get some big loot. Oh my god, that's awesome. You know, I'm not only excited because this drop is so rare, but also because 1, you can only get this from high level dragons which I can't possibly kill, or revenants in the wilderness, and 2, this will actually be very useful for future loot videos, if I survive this one. Oh, okay. That's another piece of tank armor, so that's awesome. So ever since I got this Bracelet of Ethereum, these trips have been absolutely massive. Just have a look at the looting bag. That's the Dragon Plate skirts, 3 more Bracelets of Ethereum and a Runeful Helm. Beautiful. No! I saw the message in the chat and I thought it was a weapon or a relic or something. It has to be so rare and it's so useless for me, it's actually triggering. Ooh, a Dragon Dagger. That's unique for me, so it's pretty cool to get, but I'd prefer getting some other weapons if you know what I mean. Oh, another weapon. Again, it's not the kind of weapon I'm looking for, but it is unique, so I'll definitely take it. Alright, so this guy attacked me and I wasn't recording unfortunately, but now it's time to take him out with a quickness. Never mind. Another Dragon Longsword. Okay. It does look pretty cool on the ground, not gonna lie. Alright, so I wasn't recording like a melon, but that's the Rune Kite Shield on the floor, which is one of the items that I really wanted to get in this video, and that's basically the whole tank set completed. And this is gonna be Revenant number 2000, which means I will survive this video unless someone comes flying in now to one-hit me. And there it is, 2000 Revenants on a hardcore Ironman completed. And there is the looting bag from the final massive Revenant trip. So I'm now gonna collect all of the loot together so we can have a look at the total loot from 2000 Revenants. And there is the total loot. As you can see, the Bracelet of Ethereum, which I went very dry for, and a bunch of spare ones which will come in handy for when I get a Revenant weapon. I also got the U-Seeds, which I wasn't too happy with, but also the Rune Tank Armor, which is amazing and which will be very useful for the future. A bunch of supplies and some dragon weapons, and of course the beautiful Dragon Plate skirt. So that's the loot. Let's now have a look at how much this is actually worth. And the total loot is 2.8 mil, which works out to be about 1.4k for each kill. Keep in mind, this is without getting any of the uniques. But regardless, is this worth doing on a normal account? Absolutely not. Was it worth doing for me? Absolutely, but only because of the specific goals that I have for this account. Regardless though, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it. A like and a subscription are always very much appreciated, and please let me know which monsters or bosses you would like to see me kill next. I'll be back soon with more loot, a big spider phobia video and a massive hardcore Ironman hunting video. Have a great day. Peace.